Hello and welcome, dear viewers. Here we have another lesson of IELTS preparation, and for this episode 11 of our second series, we're going to talk about the future. So we'll wait for the students to join, and as soon as they join, we will begin. Hello, Ivan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, that's good. Excellent. How's it going?
It's going awesome.
Really? How was your day? What did you do?
Nothing special, just helped my mother a little bit to do some shopping.
Nice, yeah.
To clean the house.
Yeah.
It wasn't very exciting day.
Yeah. You had to do the usual house chores.
Yes, I have to.
Yeah, we all have to do them. Even I have to do them for my wife.
How was your day?
My day was good. Nothing spectacular. It's still a sunny day. It's only 4 p.m. over here. So it was a nice day. Outside it was pretty sunny. It was about 20 degrees outside, and
Celsius.
yeah, I mean, for this time of the year, beginning of October, to have sunshine and a temperature of 20 degrees Celsius is not very expected.
Do you live in Manchester, don't you?
Very close to Manchester, yeah.
Nice.
Maybe 15 minutes drive or something.
Have you been to some game?
No, I haven't, not yet, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, some of my friends here, they want to watch the Liverpool versus Real Madrid game in Liverpool. And Liverpool is not far from us either. It's only about half an hour drive. So that's a Champions League match. So I look forward to that. Yeah, because Real Madrid is coming to Liverpool to play.
I know, in 2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, this is a match I'm gonna enjoy.
It must be a good game, I think.
Yeah, well, I think Real Madrid will win. Liverpool
is not good this year.
Yeah, ever since they sold Suarez, it's difficult for them to, score goals, perhaps, or yeah, they haven't been performing very well. And I think yesterday, was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday they played in the Champions League and they lost against Basel. Yeah, but my team, Arsenal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I support Arsenal. They won 4-1 against Galatasaray, a Turkish team. And I watched the match. It was very interesting. But unfortunately, after the 60th minute, I think, after 1 hour of play, our goalkeeper
had a red card?
Ah, yes. So you know about it.
Yeah.
It was very unfortunate. What can you do? These things happen. So we were with 10 men. We played with 10 men for about half an hour. And we were, I think, fortunate to, go away with a 4-1 victory.
You had 4 goals already before it was red card, so.
Exactly, yeah. So it was pretty much just defend. Yeah, make sure we don't concede any more goals. Yeah, but we have to play Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund from Germany again, and hopefully, because we lost against them.
I know.
So this is kind of it hurts, and they've won yesterday as well, 3-0. So I think they have 5 goals in total, and they haven't conceded any goals. But our goal difference isn't very good. Our goal difference is 4-3 or something like this. So we'll see. It's still early. Only 2 games have been played. There's still
Hello, everybody.
Still another 4 games to be played. Hello, guys. Welcome, Alex. Welcome, Andre. Welcome, Rinat. How do you do, gentlemen?
Everything is fine. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Practically, yes.
Have we been talking about football again?
Yeah, we're talking about the Champions League and my favorite team, Arsenal.
Yeah. How it is going?
It's great. It's going great. Yesterday they played and they won. They beat Galatasaray. It's a Turkish team, 4-1, which was great. A great result.
Wow, 4-1.
Yes. Cool. And one of our strikers who we just purchased from Manchester United, Danny Welbeck, he scored a hat-trick. He scored 3 goals. So that was very exciting. It's his first hat-trick, I think, in his professional career. So exciting times for us. Yeah, I'm happy. So, are you guys happy? The weekend is just around the corner.
Weekend just around the corner, and tomorrow is Teacher's Day. Do you have like this celebration in your country?
Teacher's Day? Why? Usually the last weekend of the September.
In our, I don't
in
know.
Our
in our country, it's first weekend of October.
Oh,
Yeah,
I get
just to be a little bit different, yeah, you have to make it a week later.
Yes.
And didn't you just have a holiday, the old people's holiday or something like this?
Yes, it was.
Day for the old. Day for the old.
Yes, it was, but it's not a national holiday, but just day for gratitude too.
Yeah, the same for us. It's not holiday. It's just a day. Yeah.
Special day, but without any holiday benefits.
Oh, so you don't get time off work or anything. You still have to go to work.
Yes.
Yes, unfortunately, yes. And the same with the teacher.
Same with the Teacher's Day.
Yeah, it's just.
Even though you're a teacher.
Yes.
But for old people, it's absolutely doesn't matter. They are always retired, as usual, and just one more day of life. Nothing special.
Exactly. It's just to maybe show a bit of, like you said, respect and gratitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, nowadays we have so many holidays already as it is, and I think as a teacher, you're pretty fortunate if you are a teacher, especially in let's say in the Western world, because you get a lot of time off, a lot of holidays. But in order to become a teacher in the West, there's a lot of studying that you have to do to become a teacher, to be a qualified teacher. Here it's not easy, and especially now it's becoming more and more difficult. Things are always changing. Yeah.
But the main rules for thinking are the same at all times, and if you can think right, it doesn't matter what field of knowledge you are discovering, and it's not a problem. It's not a big problem.
No, it's not big problem, but I reckon that Alan mentioned another. It's working. To work with children is becoming difficult because of their behavior. Nowadays parents more rely on their children, on their word, rather than teachers' word. So it's like looking war between teachers and the parents.
Yeah, I mean, let's say every decade, your strategy of teaching changes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're challenged with different obstacles. When I say that, I mean your learners, the students, they have different needs or different ways that you have to approach them in order to come across and for them to understand and learn. So because of this, I don't know how it's this age. Yeah, everything it's developing. Our world in general is developing. So the youth is exposed to all sorts of technology.
Nowadays
cultures.
Nowadays they are not the youth which we had 20 years ago. In Soviet Union system there were very big respect for teachers, but now it's not like this.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I want to add a little bit. I have a big experience of teaching because I was almost 20 years teacher in the high schools, and I made opinion maybe that sometimes I should learn from my students something new because I need to understand how they are thinking, how they are resolve some problems or tasks which I give them to to resolve, and sometimes it's absolutely a unique experience because they really have absolutely another way to algorithm of resolving any issues, and it's sometimes really impressive. And for example, in music, it's really you can see and hear that they have absolutely different experience in the hearing. They hear absolutely a new world of musical languages, and of course, I sometimes may have noticed possibly that I need to learn not less than they are.
Yeah, I would say that you're totally 100% right, I think. Without this, you cannot be a good teacher, really, without learning from them, without learning their behavior, psychology, and for what do these youngsters like, what are their hope, how they feel their future. Without, you have to be one of them. But at the same time, when you will meet some, I wouldn't say that all of them, there are maybe one or two just the students who can make your teacher's job very difficult, These two students and it's very obnoxious experience sometimes.
Yeah, this is why as time goes by, the teaching is becoming more and more student focused. Because you have to learn. Sorry, there's a fly flying around here. You have to learn more and more about the students because they seem to differentiate in skills, in learning capabilities, and all sorts of things. So you need to be understanding your students quite well, and then you should deliver your
Sometimes I say it is
strategy.
one of the disadvantages of this capitalism, When we lived in socialism, there were respect for, because all of in society there were equality, maybe not this exactly equality, but they were similar to be equality, close, very close. But in capitalism, because of teacher salary is not so, let's say, good, it's maybe little less than average, and these rich people or their son and daughters, they put themselves on a higher level than teachers because of money. So it can make sometimes these contradictions between teacher and student. We teachers always think that students
I couldn't
must
agree with
obey.
you, Renat, because we have no capitalism in our country, in the former USSR countries. It's absolutely furious thing. We have no capitalism in the classical meaning. It's something wrong, because in the real capitalist countries, for example, South Korea, for example, the teacher always has very big respect and the same social level like a businessman or any important persons. No problem. It's
No,
only...
yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I mean, just we are not socialism now. Maybe
Yeah. It depends only on culture of the concrete nation, I think. It doesn't any dependence from the real social life. I mean, economical life, of course. It depends only on culture and behavior between young people and old people. I think so.
Yeah, that's good. That's a fair argument. Yeah, this is very interesting. I like it when students discuss, about these topics and give their opinions. I encourage this a lot, and don't be afraid to use the chat as well if something comes to you later.
Okay.
That you wanted to add, add it there.
By the way, I'm joining with my laptop. I tried. Thank you, Andrei. I tried with Mozilla and I could do it.
Worked. Awesome. Oh,
it's
so
cool.
Andrei's advice helped you. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, we're happy then. Okay. I was gonna say because your voice has gone back to normal.
Old voice, yeah.
The old man's voice. No.
Yeah.
Now you sound like the way I'm usually, used to hearing you. Okay, so let us begin, guys. Yeah. So we are now. Actually, before we begin, let's briefly cover, or recap on the previous episode. I think I gave you a bit of homework, didn't I?
No, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, you have given, but
what did we discuss? What was the topic last time?
The topic, it is Margaret Politis. Topic was about the pronouns. Then that these, those, the, how to say, directive pronouns, yeah?
Demonstrative.
Demonstrative pronouns, and the second part, it is
reflexive.
Reflexive, yeah, itself, myself, like this pronouns.
Yes. Yeah, I think, Alex, you were not there. You were absent during that lesson. Am I right, Alex? The last IELTS lesson that we did. Yeah.
Alex, you are muted.
Okay, so I think we finished question 6 of the first activity. Should we do the last 4 quickly? Let's see.
Yes.
Okay, so what was the question 7?
Do you like?
Do you like?
Do you like these glasses, John? Choose them. Yeah.
Do you think it's these? Yeah. Like
in my opinion, here we can put these and those both. It's depending on the context. If for example, I am asking from somebody and I am seeing these glasses very near to me and they are like plural, glasses, then of course I can ask this question.
Good.
But outside we already watched it, or how to say, saw some glasses inside of market. And now we are in outside of market, and now you can ask, do you like those glasses that we have seen?
Ah, okay. Well, I have to pause you there because then we would say, did you like? Because that's now you've gone past. You've exited the shop. The glasses are back at the shop, in the shop. So you're not present there anymore. So this is a past event. So you would have to say, did you like those glasses? But do
Only
Yes,
this.
yeah.
Yes,
you're gonna have to say these.
yes, it is very subtle nuance, but it's very important.
Absolutely.
Because really we need a subject for talking and not imagine like those, yeah, or so far from here,
Yeah.
but really be, near near us.
Yeah, and also I think the context here would be that
This. Yeah.
the person has got the glasses on their head or in their hands, for example. So do you like these glasses? John chose them. Doesn't matter if this is past, yeah? It's you're talking about now. Do you like these glasses? I'm holding them in my hand, or I've got them on my head. Yeah? So you have to say these.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do 8.
Okay.
I like these shoes. Let's ask the sales assistants to show me a pair so I can try them on.
Yes.
I like these shoes.
Yes, I suppose this. Yes.
Let's ask the sales assistant to show me a pair so I can try them on. Okay, we have to understand the second part of this.
It's practically the same situation like with glasses. You just look at this and you like it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it depends on the context. If if you enter a shoe store, you see one shoe because usually it's just one shoe. It's not both. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see it and you like it. Now you have to get the right size. Yeah. So you can say I like these shoes. However, if you're holding one, it wouldn't be shoes. It would be shoe.
Yeah, sure, yes.
If that's the case. So maybe in this situation, those
will be better.
Yeah, will be more suitable because you have just seen a pair of shoes, okay, or you'd like to buy a pair of shoes, and you're referring to those over there. Those pair of shoes, yeah, over there. See, if you think about it logically too much, you're gonna get confused.
Yes, and you made mistake in any case in this situation.
Yeah, and then in the end you're gonna get confused and mixed up. But in this case, those would be suitable. Yeah. But like I said, if you're holding the pair in your hands or they're right next to you, you can say these. So it depends on the context again. 9.
Yeah, Alex.
I'd like to introduce you to someone. These are the Martins. I think it's a real situation when the family are closely placed with people with person who is introducing someone.
Exactly.
Because introducing we can't say those because we are introduced to some.
Yeah, and they are in your presence.
Yes.
So when they are in your presence, in your midst, that means we have to say these. Or if it's one person, this is. This is Amy, this is Michael, whatever. Very good. Okay. 10.
Alex.
Alex, would you like to try? Okay, maybe Ivan. Ivan, you can do the last one.
Can you imagine? She stormed out the room just like that.
I think it is this.
They're talking about the past, so it might be that.
Actually, Rinat, why do you think it's this?
Because in my just imagination, one of them asked, "Can you imagine?" She stormed out the room just like this, and she is showing how she stormed out the room, like showing, opening this door and shutting.
Actually, B is the correct answer. Here, that does not refer to time or distance. This is something which I don't know if you remember in the video or in our other PDF. It's one of those things, you know, she stormed out the room just like that. Just like that.
Like that is that, or finishing.
Yeah. It's got no relation, no relationship when it comes to, let's say, time, happened before or recently, or distance.
I think it's just a common expression.
Yeah, it's like an expression. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
I have never heard just like this.
Yeah, or you're not gonna say, "Is this?" or you would say, "Is that all?" Perhaps that's another example you could use. Yeah. Okay, so that will be the one. Okay, should we do the second activity quickly? Let's do it. First one. So we have to use the correct reflexive pronouns from the box. So, Alex, do you want to do question 1?
Okay. The conference lunch has arrived. Please help. Please help themselves.
Help yourself, I think.
Yourself.
Maybe yourself. Themselves.
None of you are correct.
Please help yourselves.
Okay, who is saying this?
Maybe who lead the conference.
Yes, maybe the host of the conference. So he's saying to whom? To one person?
No, to all persons.
Many.
Help myself.
So it's either going to be yourselves, because that refers to plural, ourselves, or themselves. Yeah, so one of these, because all of these three refer to plural. So which one will it be?
Themselves.
Yourself.
Yourselves.
Yourselves are better.
Yeah, because he's referring to a second person, but plural. Second person, plural.
Yes.
So you, as in the group, all the people that are listening to you. So please help yourselves. If it's only one person and it's second person, you, we would say
yourself.
Yourself. All right, let's do the second one. Rinat.
Jill and I enjoyed ourselves at the Christmas party.
Very good. Yeah, ourselves. It's just Jill and I. Very good. Third one, Andre?
The music was nice, but I didn't like... itself.
Very good. The music
itself was nice,
itself.
But I didn't like the movie.
Very good. So you're putting emphasis on the music itself. You liked it, but you didn't like the movie. Okay, fourth one. Ivan?
Michael does the gardening himself.
Yeah, Michael does the gardening himself. Very good. It's Michael by himself. Yeah, third person. Masculine. 5. Alex?
I don't need any assistance. I'll do it myself.
Very good. I'll do it myself. I.
First person.
Yeah, very good. 6.
They couldn't get into the house because they locked themselves out.
What did you say?
They couldn't get into the house because they locked themselves out.
Themself?
Yes.
There's no themself.
Themselves.
Ah, see, the pronunciation makes a difference.
Yeah.
You know, this is something which is common even among natives. Natives make this mistake. They say themselves, right? Themselves. Okay?
So
I had to.
difficult.
Yeah, because we know myself, yourself, herself, itself, himself, and then you say themself. All the plural have VES at the end. Remember that. So it can be ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Okay, 7, yeah?
Yeah.
Please,
Ivan?
John said she'd do the shopping herself.
Very good. Joan, it's a lady, yeah? And she, so she, we say herself. Very good. 8.
There's tea and coffee. Help yourself to some while you wait. You and yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. There's tea and coffee. Help yourself to some while you wait. Yeah. So maybe you've come for an interview or something. However, it also could be yourselves, right?
Yeah, it could be.
Yes, it's possible.
Because we don't know you singular or plural.
Yeah.
But it's in this case it's going to be singular because we know we already had plural above. Okay, 9. Alex again.
Alex, Sarah couldn't make herself.
Yeah. Sarah couldn't make herself heard over the noise. Yeah, very good. And the last one, Rinat?
The task itself wasn't too difficult.
Yeah, the task itself wasn't too difficult. Very good, excellent. Yeah, because the task, it. All right, guys, you've done very well. So let's move on to the next lesson. Hopefully we can squeeze it in the next 23 minutes. So I'm going to play the audio. Where is it? 11. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, so please mute your microphones so there is no background noise.
Hello, I'm Margot Politis. Welcome to Study English, IELTS preparation. On Study English today, we'll talk about the language of speculation and take a look at identifying the future tense. Speculating about the future is a very important language skill for the IELTS speaking test. But first, let's watch today's story. We'll visit a mangrove forest where we'll meet one of the more interesting animals that calls the forest home, the goanna, and a new animal, the cane toad, that might be threatening the mangrove goanna.
Possibly because it's very hard to get into mangroves all year round, especially in the wet season when there's a lot of water. This site's one of the only spots where you can get in without a boat all year round, so that's why we chose it.
Are cane toads likely to come into mangrove mudflats like this?
It's probable that they'll come in small numbers, but from radio tracking these goannas, it looks like the mangrove goannas will head out onto the floodplain. And they do seem to eat frogs, so it's possible that when the cane toads arrive here on the floodplain in big numbers, the goannas will eat them. So it's possible there will be an impact. We expect that most of the goannas are going to eat a cane toad and die, but we're just hoping that some of them, even a small proportion, won't be interested in eating a toad, and they're the ones that will be living to pass on their genes and hopefully bring numbers of goannas back up eventually.
So the scientists aren't sure what will happen in the future. When we're trying to predict the future or speculate about what might happen, we have several language choices. Let's put together a list of our options. First, we have verbs. We could use verbs like guess, suppose, imagine, think, suspect, or hope. Second, we can use modal verbs. For example, may, will, would, might, or could. Or we can use conditionals like if. For example, if I pass the exam, I will buy myself a new DVD. Other conditionals use similar constructions like this: if I might, or if I could. We might also use discourse markers to speculate about the future. Some examples are perhaps, maybe, hopefully, possibly, or even you never know. And finally, we can use adjectives. It's likely that, it's unlikely that, or it's possible that. So here's our list of choices. We can talk about the future using verbs, modal verbs, conditionals, discourse markers, or adjectives. Now let's hear some of these in practice. Listen to James Smith talking about what might happen to the cane toads and goannas.
It's probable that they'll come in small numbers, but from radio tracking these goannas, it looks like the mangrove goannas will head out onto the floodplain. And they do seem to eat frogs, so it's possible that when the cane toads arrive here on the floodplain in big numbers, the goannas will eat them. So it's possible there will be an impact.
He says it looks like the mangrove goannas will head out. When discussing the future, there are many verbs we can use. For example, it looks like, it seems, I expect, I hope, I imagine, or I suspect. These verbs are followed by future tense constructions. In our example, James says, it looks like the mangrove goannas will head out. He uses the future tense, will, to say what the goannas will do in the future. Let's hear more from James.
We expect that most of the goannas are going to eat a cane toad and die, but we're just hoping that some of them, even a small proportion, won't be interested in eating a toad, and they're the ones that will be living to pass on their genes and hopefully bring numbers of goannas back up eventually.
James says, we expect that most of the goannas are going to eat a cane toad. Expect is the verb, and are going to eat uses the future tense to predict what will happen. James also uses discourse markers. He says that if goannas don't eat toads, then this will hopefully bring numbers of goannas back up. Discourse markers like hopefully, maybe, possibly, or probably can all be used to speculate about the future. They can also give us an idea about what the speaker thinks. James hopes the goannas will survive. The final item on our list was adjectives. Listen to how James uses adjectives to speculate about the future.
It's probable that they'll come in small numbers, but from radio tracking these goannas, it looks like the mangrove goannas will head out onto the floodplain. And they do seem to eat frogs, so it's possible that when the cane toads arrive here on the floodplain in big numbers, the goannas will eat them. So it's possible there will be an impact.
James says it's probable and it's possible. These are examples of using adjectives to show that the speaker is talking about something that might happen in the future. James is speculating about things that might happen. In English, we can also say it's likely. So we can have it's probable the cane toads will come, it's possible the cane toads will come, or it's likely the cane toads will come. In each of these cases, we use the future tense, will come. In English, we have to decide which tense to use when referring to things that might happen in the future. English uses 3 verb forms when referring to future actions: the simple future, the present continuous, and the future continuous. We can use the simple future, that's will plus a verb, there will be. We can also use 2 forms of the present continuous, either the auxiliary verb to be plus the present participle, or the auxiliary verb going to with a main verb. Finally, we can use the future continuous, will plus the auxiliary verb to be plus the present participle. Listen for the future tenses in this clip.
We expect that most of the goannas are going to eat a cane toad and die, but we're just hoping that some of them, even a small proportion, won't be interested in eating a toad, and they're the ones that will be living to pass on their genes and hopefully bring numbers of goannas back up eventually.
There were 3 examples in that clip: are going to, won't be, and will be. Did you hear them? Listen again.
We expect that most of the goannas are going to eat a cane toad and die, but we're just hoping that some of them, even a small proportion, won't be interested in eating a toad, and they're the ones that will be living to pass on their genes and hopefully bring numbers of goannas back up eventually.
He says some cane toads will be living to pass on their genes. Will be living uses the future continuous tense. He also says are going to eat. That uses the present continuous tense. The present continuous tense is used to describe actions in the immediate future that are definite or planned. A good example of the present continuous tense is, what are you doing tonight? I'm going to see a film. And that's all for Study English today. Let's take a look back at the things we've talked about. First, we looked at the language of speculation, the language you use to talk about things that might happen in the future. We saw examples of verbs, modal verbs, conditionals, discourse markers, and adjectives. Then we looked at examples of future tenses, the simple future tense, the present continuous tense, and the future continuous tense. And if sometime in the future you need some help with your English, why not visit our Study English website? You will probably find everything you need. And that's all for today. I'll see you next time for more Study English. Bye-bye.
Okay. Did you understand much what the Australian man was saying? Or was it too fast?
It was way too fast.
I suspected that.
Not only too fast, but pronunciation is absolutely impossible to recognize.
Exactly. Yeah. This is why when I speak to my students, I don't choose to speak in that Australian accent, because it's very, because the average student of the English language does not hear the Australian accent. They usually hear the American and the British, more the American than the British. So anyways, okay. So I'll just need one of you to tell me what this was all about, and if you can summarize it for me.
I can try.
Okay, Ivan. Yeah, you're one of the newest, I think, at this IELTS.
Okay. The first part of the video was about suspective speaking. To talk about the future, we can use either verbs like hope, suspect, expect, plus the future form of the verbs. We can use adjectives as well, like probable, possible, likely. The next option is discourse markers.
Good.
The examples are hopefully, maybe, and so on.
Very good.
We can use modals verbs, might, must, may, must, could. And the last option is the first conditional. It's if plus present simple, and the next clause is future tense.
And modal verbs.
Yeah, I have mentioned the models. And the second part of the video was about future tense. To express the future, we can use simple future. We use it, for example, in conversation when we decide something immediately. We can use present continuous. We use it when something is planned and we will know that it will happen for sure. And we can use future continuous as well to express the future. It's pretty much all, I think.
Yeah, that was good. Excellent. Thank you very much, Ivan. That was well explained. Does anyone want to add something quickly? I think Ivan mentioned all the things, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so let's quickly go through this and we'll jump straight into the activities, okay? I just want to cover this one bit here so we're all on the same page. Just a quick tip, you know, when talking about future events, remember that choosing an appropriate form will depend on the meaning you want to express. Okay, so you've got to know what form to use if you want to explain something. Is it speculation? Is it predicting? Making an arrangement? Planning? Showing intention? Referring to a timetable, or perhaps stating a probability. Okay, so you need to understand what are you trying to say if you refer to the future. Okay, so we're going to do an activity which is based on this. Hopefully we'll get time to finish it. So use a variety of these meanings in the third part of the IELTS speaking test together, and a variety of different future forms. So there are three here that I think I mentioned. Ivan also mentioned them. So the simple future, yeah, will, shall, plus the infinitive. Present continuous, yeah, present continuous. Going to, yeah. Future continuous will be, plus past participle, and so on. Yeah, present participle. And then secondly, verbs with future meaning. Okay, I hope to be at the soccer match on Saturday. Hope represents the future. Promise, imagine, guess, suppose, expect, suspect. Modal verbs, we know them: might, may, would, could, will. Manchester United might win the soccer match tomorrow. I don't think so. No.
Arsenal will be.
Arsenal are gonna be the champions. Yes. Okay. And conditionals: if so and so and so, and then we say will, may, might, could. So if it rains, the tennis match will be cancelled. Adverbs: qualifying future forms. Ivan mentioned them. Yeah. Perhaps, maybe, possibly. Then other adjectives: likely, unlikely, possible, probable. Yeah, there's a lot more here that we can look at, but we don't have the time to go in detail. So I'd like you to, you know, download this and then have a look at it yourselves. Let me see if I can give it to you right now. And then we'll do the activities quickly. Okay, here's the link for the PDF of the study notes. Okay, and now we will do the questions. The activities, yeah. Okay. Any questions, by the way, before we do the activity?
No question.
I think, yeah, all of you have studied future before, and so let's practice.
Yeah.
So choose the appropriate meaning of the future events described in the following sentences. So is it a prediction, intention, or speculation? Andre, you want to start?
Do you mean the third column or what?
No, question
just
one.
read.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Yeah.
Prediction, yeah. Will, shall, infinitive go into forms.
No, Andre, on the Alan screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. First question, you should have checked the timetable. Where are you going to be late now? Intention, because you need to check before going, and you need to find out information. B.
I think it's not B.
Are you agree with me, Alan?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be B.
Yeah, I think it is. I just cannot say what is the difference between prediction and speculation.
Me too. I think it's the same.
Different?
Maybe there is a subtle difference. Yes, speculation.
No, guys, it's absolutely different things. Prediction, if you predict one event or other or any actions in the future time, but intention that you are
speculation.
Okay, speculation. It's you can discuss something with someone, and you can express your opinion, imagination about the subject, but not future and actions. Understand?
Okay. It makes sense.
Yeah, well explained.
It's mean absolutely different sense. When you predict, you predict something in the future, in the time, it may be action and so on. When you speculate about something, you are discussing the subject.
Yeah, speculating. When you're speculating, it's like you're giving a theory, some form of a theory. Yeah, so you're saying maybe this, maybe that.
Yes.
Nothing's for sure. You're theorizing.
Your suppositions and
prediction. I think, Rina, did you say the first one is prediction?
Yeah.
Yes, you're correct. Yeah. Why? It's in the second answer. Second sentence, sorry. We are going to be late now. So he's predicting, he's saying that they're going to be late.
Okay.
He doesn't know it for sure, but he's predicting. Why? Because someone didn't check the timetable.
Intention. In the first, you need to check information. It's intention to check. But the second part of the question is really prediction, because we're going to be late. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Intention. Even the first sentence, it doesn't really talk about intention. Yeah, because it's an event that happened, it's past, it should have been done, it wasn't done. So
really, I was mistaken. Yes.
That's okay. So you should have checked the timetable.
Yes,
you get
but
it?
I read as you need like now you need to check.
Yeah.
Just a mistake.
Okay, no problems. Let's do the second one.
This cough could be a symptom of a respiratory infection. I think it is speculation.
I think so.
Yeah, we all agree. Excellent. Now we can see the picture, yeah? Because somebody's saying his cough, you know, his cough.
Could be. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Could be. You're speculating. You don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. When you predict, a prediction is more
For sure.
Yeah, you're pretty certain. Speculating, there's no evidence. Yeah.
And the prediction is more for the future.
Yes, definitely, of course. The first one was a prediction. Why? Because we had evidence. Someone didn't check the timetable. Here, no evidence. Yeah, we're just saying could be a symptom. Okay, third one. Ivan, yes, go ahead.
I'm going to apply for the manager's job. It's intention.
Why?
Because he has plan and he know it for sure that he will apply.
Yeah. He's intending.
Exactly. He's intending. So he plans to do something in the future. I'm going to apply for the manager's job. So he's intending. Good. 4. Alex, can you do 4 for us, please?
Yes. So, I think it's prediction.
Okay. Can you read the sentence, please?
The temperature is dropping tonight. There'll be ice on the roads tomorrow.
Very good. It is prediction.
Yeah, typical focused.
But I think the first part is prediction and the second part is speculation.
No, actually, yeah, the first part gives us the evidence. Yeah, you know, tonight you're feeling the temperature is dropping, it's getting colder. So now that gives you the right to predict the future. You see?
Okay.
Because of this, if you didn't know that it's getting cold outside, then you wouldn't be able to predict. Then you will just speculate. I might just say, in one sentence, it might snow tomorrow. Right? I'm speculating. I have no evidence. I haven't given you any evidence.
Yes.
All right?
It could be if the first part of the second sentence will be it could be or it might be. Yes, it will be speculation.
Definitely. Okay. Let's do 5.
Renat? Okay, yeah. I always see her carrying books. She should be a teacher.
She could be.
Oh, she could be a teacher. It's speculation. Because, yes, I see the evidence. Yeah, she is carrying books. It's possibly, and it is supposition. She could be a teacher.
Here's a trick. There's a little. Yeah.
I think that the second part is intention.
Intention? But what she wants to do? She wants to do.
Not intention. Prediction.
You think it's prediction? Well,
The second part.
Okay, let's summarize what Andre has just said. So you have said, Andre, that based on the beginning of this statement, we have evidence. So when you have evidence, you won't speculate. You will predict. But you said it's speculation. Okay, so don't get confused. You are correct. It is speculation. However, even though we have evidence, I always see her carrying books.
It's not so strong evidence.
Exactly. And he's still not sure, or this person is not sure because of this word.
Could, yes.
what this person predict.
Ah, okay. What word would this statement make it a prediction? So you have to change could to.
Yes.
Which word would you use instead of could?
Must.
Ah, she must be a teacher. Now it's prediction.
But
See, these modals, you need to understand them. When you say that she must be, they must be, then you are very certain, you know? So that's prediction. You're predicting based on your evidence.
Yeah.
However, this person doesn't feel very certain, so they've used could. Now it's speculation.
It's a possibly. She possibly is a teacher.
Yeah, possibly. She might be a teacher is another one you could say. She might be, or she could be.
That is why it's speculation.
Yeah, so this word could overrides the evidence. It nullifies the evidence.
okay,
You see the picture? But do not left us. Okay. All right, guys. So there's 5 more to be done. This is a great homework exercise for you. So I want you to do the last 5 questions, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and see if you can do activity 2 as well. And please remind me next week when we do IELTS preparation again to go through this, because I think it's very important that we go through it together again.
But how about link?
Yeah, I'll give you the link.
Yes.
And actually,
You did it.
yeah, it's easily downloadable from the website.
Okay.
But there's the link. You can have it right there. And this second link that I'm giving you now is the link of the website that you can, prepare maybe for the next lesson. So the next one will be episode 12 or lesson 12 from the second series. All right, but yeah, try not to prepare too much, because I want you to practice your comprehension in class as well. So no cheating, yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Any questions?
No. Thank you.
Fabulous. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining. I have 2 more lessons coming up later in an hour. So see you next time, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
You're most welcome. Bye.
bye.
Bye.